Just joining on Facebook and YouTube, we will start off with raising the bubbling spring. So we take our feet about hip width apart. Bubbling spring is that point on the ball of the foot, and just shift your center of gravity forwards. Just come and balance, raising the bubbling spring up and then back down. If you've got any ankle issues, if you've got any Achilles issues and this hurts or creates pain, then literally just shift your center of gravity forward and backwards. But if it feels comfortable, you're just using your calf muscles, coming up standing tall and then rolling back down. This one we're not dropping back down. I know sometimes we do this, we'll do this shaking in a minute. On this one you just roll back down. So raising the bubbling spring and then just lowering the heels down. And then just get into a little bit of a rhythm. We'll wobble a bit then. Shifting forward, standing tall. And once you get into a bit of a rhythm, bring your attention to the breath. So maybe breathe in for, say, 3. So you could breathe in, out, whatever feels comfortable for you, but just go with the breath as well. So breath is guiding the movement, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in as you raise up tall, breathing out as you lower and soften. Let's do a couple more. Good, and then take a rest there and then just shake out the lower legs. Shake out the ankles. And then we'll go into a shake. So now you can tap your heels into the ground. So now you can start to feel that vibration. Let that vibration run up through the body. And take a fuller breath in through the nose. And just let it go. Sigh out. Just release any tightness and tension. Just let all that breath out. Let the breath out without forcing the breath out as well. Just let the vibration and the movement push the breath out. And then continue the shaking, but just breathing easy in and out through the nose, not breathing in any particular way. You can bring your wrists into the movement. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the head. And then just going, slowing down, slowing. Go like half speed. And then just keep the feet planted on the ground and just pumping the legs sort of like half speed. Still letting the shoulders go. And then slowing down. And just standing. Finding your balance. Having that inner smile in the face. Relaxing the eye sockets, relaxing the face muscles, relaxing the throat. And then taking your feet about shoulder width apart, We go into a little bit of a squat, bending down slightly. And then just nice big opening up. It's like a nice morning stretch. Breath in. Breath out. And breath in. And breath out. Couple more. And then flying, breath in, breath out. Going with the breath, so just go at your own pace. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Feeling the movement in the spine and the rib cage, so the spine extends and softens, rib cage expands. Let's add a little bit of balance into it, so shifting your weight, I'll mirror you over to the left. Soft back down, step out a little bit. Soft landing, balance, shift. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, keep breathing. So still have that breath guiding the movement. Expanding as you breathe in, softening as you breathe out. We'll do one more on each side. And then take a rest. Have a little shake if you need a little bit of a shake. And we'll go into knocking. So feet shoulder width, a little bit of softness in the knees, moving from the hips and the waist. Remember to keep the spine tall or lengthened. So we're working, imagine you've got an imaginary axis, crown of the head. Just imagine the spine, each of the vertebrae just rotating one on top of the other with a space in between. So we're lengthening and lifting and then rotating. It's good to have that connection to the ground. So although we're moving from the center and from the hips and the waist, you are grounded. So the energy is coming from the ground up through to the center. And also that you're connected to the sky, so lifting and lengthening through the crown of the head. Breath is just easy on this one. Just breathe naturally. If it feels comfortable for you, then bringing that arm that swings across the front of the body into a light fist and tapping on that long point. So tapping just below the collarbone. If you imagine just at the top point of the lungs. Getting the blood flow, getting the lymphatic drainage. Back down to belly. Gradually slowing it down into water waves. A nice way to slow down into water waves is to take a fuller breath in. And then on the long, slow out breath, slow the movement down. And then take a rest. Bring the feet back to about hip width. Again, just have a moment just to find your balance, aligning yourself with gravity. Stepping out again. A little bit more bend in the knees. Let's do some spinal cord. Breathing in, looking up. Breathing out, tucking the pelvis, curling up into a little ball. Breathing in, opening up, lifting the sternum. Breathing out. Remember as we're expanding here that you lift the sternum and really work on that upper back. So this is really expanding the rib cage, flexing the spine, opening the rib cage, creating the space. Finding your own rhythm as always. And then on the next in-breath, rotate to the right-hand side and do a breath in and a breath out on the right-hand side. Breath in and breath out. Staying on the right-hand side, breath in again from the right-hand side. And then breath out, back down the center. And then we do the same on the left. Breath in and breath out on the left. Gosh, I'm having some creaks in my lower back this morning, it's good. And then breath out down the center. And same thing, so rotate. Breath out down the center. Rotate. Breath out down the center, then just a couple more down in the center. So breath in the center, breath out, breath in, breath out. And then take a rest.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put you on mute if you are in there. Good. Okay. Let's do some picking cherries. So really lengthening and stretching out the side of the ribs. So we're coming up. Oh, we've got a bit of rain going on here, which is quite nice. I'm reaching. I'm reaching. So feel that nice space at the side of the ribs there. Keeping the lower body and the pelvis pretty stable. Watch on this one also that you're not leaning back too much. So keep that lower back nice and long, because this is a nice length and stretch for the lower back as well as the ribs here. If we're leaning back a little bit like this, you'll be compressing that lower back. So just watch that you're keeping that the pelvis over the heels, and you're not leaning back like this, that the rib cage is balanced over the pelvis. Couple more. And then take a rest. And a little bit of shake. One of the things I've been doing, I think most of you will know that I've been looking at heart rate variability with Andrew Ritchie. We've been doing various tests and things on how to improve our heart rate variability, or how to make sure that we can modulate our heart rate variability. One of the little things I've been playing around with in terms of the Qigong practice is I've been doing like a walk run. So going outside and doing like a maybe 3-4 mile walk run on a Monday. So it's quite nice to add some walking into your movement. And then doing about 10 minutes of some simple Qigong, all of the stuff that we've practiced before, in the woods, barefoot, and then taking heart rate variability directly after that. And the times I've done that, I've seen a real increase in the area of heart rate variability that suggests you're going into that parasympathetic, or that rest and restore and recover. And we know the whole point of Qigong practice is for healing the body. And it's just nice to see that even after exercise, so I'm not taking lots of rest after the exercise, I'm literally doing 10 minutes of Qigong and really bumping up that rest and recovery metric in the heart rate variability from when I've done like a morning readiness, when I've just done it just before I go out. So I'm just going to do 10 minutes of the Qigong practice that I did yesterday for this. So just have that in mind, in that you're really bringing your body into parasympathetic, into rest and restore. And obviously it's connected with the breath, because the whole idea with flow is that the breath is guiding the movement. So we'll start off with opening the flow. So the breath in guides the arms up, breath out, down. And as you're doing this, just have in mind the spinal cord breathing that we've just done, where you expand and then soften. So that spinal cord breathing, that stretch, is really preparing you, opening up, mobilizing you for the softness and the flow of the flow movements, the flow of the flow, that makes sense. But there's just that very subtle expansion and lengthening and extending of the spine, subtle softening and relaxing. Breath guides the movement, so breath in. There's that little lull, there's that little pause at the top, breath out. It's almost like a pulse movement at the top and the bottom as well. But again, with the flow, we don't want to try anything in particular. We don't want to be trying to do anything. You just want to allow it to happen and to feel it. To sense it. One more. And then the next move coming up towards the chest and then out towards the side. So it's like pushing out towards the side and then back to center, back down. So breathing in. You can extend that breath in, keep breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One thing that often happens as well when I'm practicing Qigong, and I'm sure some of you may have noticed it, is that sometimes your stomach starts rumbling, which in a way is good because it's your digestive system kicking in. So again, when you're going into parasympathetic, rest and restore is rest and digest. If we're stressed, then our body takes its attention away from digestion. Which is why it's always good to pay attention to eating slowly, eating mindfully. Expanding as you breathe in. Still expanding and then softening. Two more of these moves. And then the next move, same start, coming up as you get to chest height, you're just pushing away. It's like you're pushing a cloud away, then pulling back and down. Expanding again. And let's breath in. And then breath out as you push away. And breath in. And breath out. Breath is just so light, soft and light. Two more. And then the next move, pulling down the heavens. Expanding, softening. Breath in. Breath out. And then crossing your palms, resting on the lower belly, bringing the feet together. If it's safe to do so, just closing your eyes. And just letting the body rock and sway, spiral. And then when you're ready, taking a fuller breath in through the nose. Opening your eyes at the top of that breath, stepping the feet out. Giving yourself a little bit of a brush down. And finishing there. So I encourage you as much as you can in a safe way to get outside, to practice 10 minutes Qigong. Any movements, put your own little combination together of the stuff that we learn. But what I would suggest our little challenge for our upcoming August is that where it's safe to do so, I know a lot of you are doing it, barefoot. So get barefoot in contact with grass, in contact with the ground, where it's safe. If you're practicing your Qigong, you're not going to be stepping on anything, so that's going to be fine. If you are comfortable and you've got safe space to walk a little bit, then walk a little bit barefoot as well. 10 minutes each day barefoot can be our little challenge for August. Thanks for joining me today. I will see you on Thursday. We'll do more of our movement. We'll put in some more of this balancing and bubbling spring and a little bit more squats and things. So until then, I'll see you Thursday. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye, folks. Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Pete.